investing in your team will generate more referrals and help you to grow your business. If you're going to grow a business, any business, it's important that you invest in your team, because as you grow, you're going to need more help. We're doctors, a lot of us are chiropractors, and we're not the best at doing a business, running a business. There's a business side to it and there's a clinical side. And the clinical side, I think most people are good with that. Their heart's in it, they want to help people, but the business side, that can be tougher. If you're going to create a culture where your employees actually love the job as much as you do and get excited about helping people as much as you do, you have to create that culture. And one of the ways to create that culture is by investing in your team. What do I mean by that? Simon Sinek says that when people hear about your company, they're more interested in why you do things than what you do or how you do it. That includes not only just your customers, but also your employees. Your employees need to hear why you do things. When I was in practice and I was treating, I used to, on a weekly basis, actually have staff meetings. And the staff meetings were not about complaints or announcements or anything like that. Our staff meetings were a purposed meeting about why we do what we do. And in that meeting, we would share wins. This is what this patient, what they experienced when they came in and how they did better. And so it's a good time to actually show your staff why you're there and what you do. And it also teaches you how to public speak. If I were you, I would get that in and start practicing that. And it doesn't cost you anything other than 1 hour's salary for each of your people. Now, I know what some people are thinking. They're thinking, wait a minute, if I'm paying $15 or $20 an hour and I got 10 people there, that's a pretty expensive hour. I would disagree. It's an investment. It's an investment into the people who are a reflection of you. The more you invest in those people, the better they're going to perform. So that investment would help you to actually get more patients in and get them better in a more efficient way, because your people, your staff, are more aligned with what you're trying to do. It's important that they know why you do what you do and how you do it, but more importantly, why. So have that meeting, but that's just the beginning of it. If you're going to grow, you need systems. See, I'll step back a little bit and tell you how most businesses grow. We graduate from school, whether it's medical school, chiropractic school, physical therapy school, we have our degree, and then we go to work and we want to treat people, and we don't want to be working for somebody else, a lot of us, so we start our own practice, especially the chiropractors. And when they do that, they actually create the environment for the job. See, they're not actually running a business, they're creating a job. They're opening a practice, and like Michael Gerber says, professionals do this, doctors, accountants, and lawyers. They create a business where they can work and they become the hardest boss they ever had. When you do that, you just work and work and work to make ends meet. But as you grow, you need help. You need to bring in more people to help you treat the patients. That's the only way you can expand, is to have more people come in and play the game with you. If you do it right with systems, and you have to train on those systems so that everybody knows how to perform in those systems. If you write systems and nobody trains on them, they're not going to last. They're not going to be used. But if you actually train on them on a regular basis, your people start to become very comfortable with how they do their job. This is especially important in healthcare, because in healthcare, it's not a cookie cutter system where everybody gets the same thing. You have to make decisions. Does this person need this service? Does this person need that service? It all depends on what the patient presents with, and no two patients ever present the same. So training is paramount, especially in a service industry. When I first graduated college in undergrad, I had a marketing degree, and I got hired by a company that was owned by Dun & Bradstreet. And they took me to New York for 2 weeks, and I trained in New York for 2 weeks before I ever set foot in the office I was going to work in. Then they took me to Philadelphia and trained me for another 2 weeks. That is 4 weeks of training with no production. That must have been expensive for them, but that company realizes, you know what, that's an investment into somebody who's going to reflect our services and what we do. When I was in college, I got a job working in a casino. I went to college in southern New Jersey, just outside of Atlantic City, and Atlantic City had just opened up with casinos 10 years before that. So there was a lot of good industry there to have a job working at odd shifts while you're going to school, and that's what I did. I was a room service waiter for one of the large hotels. As a matter of fact, when I started with that hotel, it was the most expensive hotel in the world at that time. They trained us for 6 weeks before they ever let us get in front of a customer. 6 weeks. They brought us in before they even got their license to open, and they would train us. They trained us in dining, serving, opening wine, recommending wine, how to present, manners at the table, all that stuff, because they wanted to have it reflect. They were the most expensive hotel in the world. They wanted to make sure that their room service team not only was professional looking, but actually understood the business. So if you're going to have an effective business, you need to invest in training. And I'm not saying do a month of training or 2 months of training, but you got to do some training. AMI is all about training. We have systems that we teach our clients, and we do it through training. We train multiple ways. We have trainings on our website, on our portal, which means 24/7. If somebody signs on with us, they have trainings for front desk trainings, moving a patient trainings, collecting patients' finances training, how to diagnose the patient with upper cross or lower cross syndrome, how to treat upper cross and lower cross syndrome, what the different tests are, what the different remedies are for those positive tests. We have training for everything. We literally have hundreds and hundreds of systems on our website that our coaches guide our clients through. Our clients need to get trained on it, but also their clients need to get trained on it. Their employees need to get trained on it. So the employees, while they're at work, have access to the website. Now I've had people say to me, oh no, can't I just give them the manual and have them take it home and study? And I say, imagine you were the employee and your boss said, listen, we're gonna have a big day tomorrow, so I want you to go home and spend 5 hours studying this stuff tonight off the clock, and then come in tomorrow so you can do your job better and we'll train you some more. What a way to insult somebody. Imagine this, your boss comes to you and says, hey listen, we joined this service and they have lots of systems that really help patients get well, and we think you're such a valuable employee, we'd like you to come with us to a training in Clearwater, Florida. When an employee hears that, they go, this company that I'm working for thinks I'm valuable enough to pay to take me to a training so I can learn to do my job better. And they're gonna put me in a hotel and feed me. Wow, what a great company. You don't realize what you're buying there. You're buying the allegiance of somebody who's gonna learn that training and be able to do their job with less supervision and a better outcome. And that helps you to grow. See, the more you have to fix problems, the slower you grow. The more you anticipate problems and train over those problems to prevent those problems from occurring in the first place, the better you're going to grow and the faster you're going to grow. So investing in your staff is one of the smartest things you can do. Investing into systems. Now we have systems. If you want to create your own systems, by all means you should do it. But that's more expensive than actually investing in your staff to get trained on them. We have training in my clinics. Our staff train at least a half an hour every day. And then we have at least a 1 hour training every week for purpose of why we're there. And then we do what's called a shift meeting and a team meeting. The team meeting is, what do these patients need? So we're constantly working together, collaborating. That's why we call it integration. It's working together, not multidiscipline, different licenses doing different things. It's working together. And that actually produces outcomes that are unbelievable. So we train on that because we want to make sure that as we're doing our routine, everybody knows what they're supposed to do and when. A patient that comes in and realizes, boy, these people are pretty seamless. They work together. How do they know my name? How do they know what's wrong with me? They all seem to know exactly what I'm here for, and they know exactly what to do next. What a coordinated team. I need to refer other people to this clinic. I need to refer my family to this clinic. That's how you build a legacy. That's how you build a reputation. Training, having your team perform as if they're like a totally skilled ballet team or football team. Look at football. When people win the Super Bowl, they don't stop training. They train more because they want to keep winning. So the training is paramount in almost every business. You'd be surprised of all the businesses that have regular training for their employees, and investing in your team to help you deliver will give you great rewards because your patients will realize you have a seamless system, you really care about people, and all your people seem to know what to do, and they will recommend that. And let's face it, when you get a referral, those patients are more willing to pay for your services than other patients because they already know somebody who went through it and they're endorsing you. Investing in your team will generate more referrals and help you to grow your business. Okay, so I hope you invest in your team, and if you'd like to know how we can help you with investing in your team with our systems and our trainings, click on the link that you see below me or beside me or above me, wherever it is, and we will connect you with our blueprint so you can learn how the training occurs with AMI and see if it's right for you.